Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Dynamo by Riffclown. So this is puzzle 701. Riffclown does at least every 50, starting with puzzle 1. Riffclown was the first setter for our Sudoku adventure. And because I have fielded this question recently, there are new people to this series, and I've gotten questions about where do these puzzles come from? Is there some list you're going through? And the answer is I am the curator of this series. So there is a group of setters who set for the Sudoku Adventure series, who also are basically part of the Sudoku Adventure setting community. So I want it to be a community of setters, not individual submissions, like one-off submissions. And so this community of setters set the puzzles and test each other's puzzles, give feedback, make sure that the puzzles are appropriate for the series based on guidelines that I wrote, and vibes, and basically how the series has gone. And we're trying very hard not to creep up in difficulty, so you can jump in any time. And I publish them once a day on my various video formats, as well as in a tracking spreadsheet, which will update when the new puzzles come out. So no, there is not a way to look ahead at future puzzles. There's one per day, and we have done it for 701 days. There are actually more than 701 puzzles, because some special days we actually released multiple puzzles in the same day. So there's more than 700 to do. So if you enjoy these and you haven't done all 700 yet, there's plenty to do, and they'll all feel similar. We're trying to keep the series feeling like you can jump in anytime, and like they all feel like they're all part of the same set of puzzles. All right, all that said, this is called Dynamo. It's by Riffclown. Let's go over the rules. We have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Now, we also have a new fog feature called Dynamic Fog. We have done this, I believe, once before on the series. But the Dynamic Fog feature means that as you place correct digits, it may or may not, based on what the setter has done, it may or may not reveal some other cells. And they don't have to be at all related. Just the setter has determined when you get this digit, it will reveal these or will reveal nothing. So what do we mean by reveal? Well, most of these cells are gray, except this one. Behind the gray cells could be anything. I mean, it's going to be listed in the rules what's possible, but we don't know what's behind the gray cells. But once they get revealed, they'll turn white like this one, and they'll reveal any clues that are hiding behind that fog. So what are the kinds of clues we can get? Well, we do have XV sums. So digits separated by a V sum to 5. So you can actually see, you're allowed to use this, any information you have. You can see that this is going to be a V between these two cells, which means these two cells add to 5. V is the Roman numeral for 5. And digits separated by an X, you can see this is going to end up in X. They sum to 10. So these two would sum to 5, these two would sum to 10. We know that for sure. Now we're going to see, similarly, we're going to see black dots in the grid. If you see a black dot, then that means that they have a 1 to 2 ratio. So if there was, say, a black dot between these two cells, then if this was a 2, one of them is going to be double the other. So this could be 1, because 2 is double 1, or this could be 4, because 4 is double 2, if there was a black dot there. Now, if there's no X or no black dot or no V, that doesn't tell you anything about that pairing. They could be a valid V, X, or black dot, and it wasn't given, and that's perfectly fine. That's allowed. The X's, V's, and dots only tell you about the two cells that they touch. They don't tell you about any other cells in the grid. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. Sorry for the super long intro, but I thought I'd cover that stuff today. It is puzzle 701, so that's so many puzzles. It's amazing. There is a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Okay, so this is the obvious place to start. It's the only thing to look at. These two have to add to 5. These two have to add to 10. So let's talk about 10 first. In order to add to 10, the only way to do it in a 6x6 is 4 plus 6. You'd think 5 plus 5 would work, but that would repeat the 5 in the column. That would be no good. So you can't actually do 5 plus 5. And 4 plus 6 is the only other way. Any other digits would require like 3 plus 7, 2 plus 8, 1 plus 9. There is no 7, 8, 9 in a 6x6. Now, these two have to add to 5. So how could this possibly be 6? It would have to be 6 with a negative 1, right? That isn't going to work. So this is our 4, and that's our 6. And now you can see that we got these revealed, which, normal fog would have revealed all of these cells, but dynamic fog, the setter has chosen to reveal these. And that gives us the 1 here. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then now this has to 10, so we need 4, 6. This 6 tells us that's 4, that's 6. Okay, now this is a black dot, and this is interesting. The 1 and 4 are already used in the row. So one way to think about the black dots, which will help you in any size Sudoku, whatever digits are available, is start with the lowest possible digit, right? So let's just talk generically about black dots. One of these digits will be lower than the other one. So let's just talk about the lower one. If the lower one were 1, we would double it to 2, right? It's the lower one, so we're doubling it. And we're just pretending this is the lower one. They could be swapped. If the lower one were 2, then we double it to 4. If the lower one were 3, we double it to 6. And now we know we're done. If we try to double the 4 as the lowest digit, that we'd have to go up to 8. And in a 9x9, that would be okay. But in a 6x6, it's not. And so the result is that our lower digit has to be 1, 2, or 3. Our higher digit, it has to be 2, 4, or 6. So we know we're not doing 1, 2, and we know we're not doing 2, 4 because the 4 is gone. And so the only available pairing of digits is 3, 6. And then over here, that leaves the 2 and the 5. We can't quite resolve that yet. This 10 here, though, is following our path here. So this is 4 and this is 6. Black dot here, V here. Okay, so here's another trick you'll encounter with V's is this singular cell here cannot be 1 or 4. Even though this could be 1 or 4, this cell can't be 1 or 4. So how would we add to 5 by doing 1 plus 4? Right, you can see from the red markings, this can't be either of those digits, so it's not going to work. Neither the 1 or 4 can go in this cell, and I can't, so therefore I can't do 1 plus 4. So I have to do 2 plus 3 instead. Okay, and this is on a black dot. We could have the 2 to 1 or double it to 4, but the 4 is used. Or we could double the 3 to 6. We can't have the 3, it's odd, but the 6 is used. So this is actually 2, 3, and 1. Very nice. Okay, now this black dot might be restricted. This V could be, see, it could be 1, 4 if we put the 1 here and the 4 here, and it could be 2, 3 either way. Actually, we know it's 2, 3. Let me talk about that. This 2 and 3, now in 6x6s, they're very handy because horizontally they're always roped. Because what we mean by roped is these 3 digits are going to end up down here. Whatever these 3 digits are, they end up down here. So because they have to go in the box somewhere. And then whatever these 3 digits are, go here. That's what we call roping. So both the 3 and the 2 go down here. I can't put them both in this cell, so at least one of them will end up on the V, meaning both of them have to be on the V. Because as soon as you put a 2 on the V, the other one has to be 3. As soon as you put a 3 on the V, the other one has to be 2. So since one of 2, 3 ends up on the V, both of 2, 3 end up on the V. And then these 2 will be the same digit, which are not, they're going to be from 1, 4, 5, but it can't be 4 because of this 4 there. All right. Now let's think about this black dot. This cell, if this cell were the low cell, it would have to be the 1 because 2 and 3 are gone. So if it was the low cell, that's the 1 and that's the 2. If it's the high cell, it can't be 2. If it were the high cell, we could go 4 with a 2 here. And it cannot be 6. So it can't be the high 2. If it's high, it's only the 4. If it's low, it's only the 1. Both of those only go with the 2. So that's going to be our 2. That gives us 5 and 2 here, and that gives us 3 and 2 there. All right, that revealed some stuff. This can't be 4, and this can't be 4. We know the 4 is in one of these 2 in the box, but this can't be the 4, right? Just using the box is the easiest way. Anyway, that ends up being the 4 for that reason. And then this is 1 or 5. And then down here, we know we have the 4 and the 6. This cell can't be either of them. So the 4, 6 end up over here. And now the 1 looks down, telling us this is the 1, this is the 5, this is the 1, this is the 5. Finish this column with a 2. Okay. We may not get any more reveals here. Let's just do Sudoku. So this box, we do need a 1 in the box, which can only go here. And then we need a 3 and a 5. So this 5 tells us that's 3, that's 5. This is, oh, not 2, sorry, this is a 3. This we do it in the corner, very nice. This column we need a 6, this column we need a 1. These 2 digits are the 4 and 5. This is done, this is a 5, that gives us 4 and 5. Gives us 6 and 4, 3 and 6, and these 2 digits are 2, 3, like that, and we're done. Alrighty, cool. Neat use of dynamic fog there with Riffclown, and basically just demonstrating how XVs and black dots and stuff can be thought about. So really, actually, it's a good, nice intro puzzle to how they work because it forces you to think about the specific strategy. In this case, I think the dynamic fog, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't tried to solve it this way, but I feel like the dynamic fog may have made the puzzle easier than if it were just displayed like this, because you'd have to have located those interactions yourself rather than being guided through it. So kind of an interesting concept there. Cool. Well, I enjoyed that. Let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.